Hello everyone, and welcome to the Blue Cube channel. In this video, I will teach you how to replace and animate character hands in Adobe Animate. If you remember from the previous lessons, we downloaded this character from the Freepik website and placed the various body parts in separate layers. In this panel, you can see the character's layers. Additionally, after creating the layers, we converted each one into a symbol. If you're unsure whether you've converted a part into a symbol, click on that part, right-click, and choose the Show in Library option. You'll then see that the layer appears in the Library panel. If it doesn't show up in this panel, it means the layer has not been converted into a symbol. This is an essential method for locating symbol layers in the Library panel. Now, to animate the character's hands, I'll import the character file we downloaded from Freepik in previous lessons. First, I create a new document and then import the file. From the File menu, I select Import, then Import to Stage, and load the main character file. I click on Import. I place the file in the center of the stage. Here, you can see the different hand positions of the character. First, I delete the background and then select and delete all parts except for the character's hands. I select the hands and hold the Shift key to resize them proportionally. Now, since we separated all the character's body parts in earlier lessons, we no longer need the forearm section. We just want to change the hands. So, I select all the hands and click on Break Apart to separate all the parts. Next, I select and delete all the extra parts. As you can see, some of these hands are designed for the left side, while others are for the right side. First, I select these four hands, hold Shift, and rotate them. Now I select these hands, press Ctrl+C, and then go to the document where our character is. I select the character's hand layer and press Ctrl+V to paste them. You can see that the different hand layers have been placed on the character's hand layer. I resize the hands and try to ensure they are all the same size. The hands are now properly sized, and I rotate them slightly. Next, I click outside the document to deselect the hands. I then select each hand individually, press F8 on the keyboard, choose Graphic for the symbol type, and click OK. I repeat this process for each hand to convert them into symbols. This hand has already been converted into a symbol, so there's no need to do it again. To make the hands more visible, I darken the document slightly. Now I select the hands and press Ctrl+X. Double-click on the character's hand and enter the symbol. Then I press Ctrl+V to paste the hands into the symbol. Here is the character hand layer. I zoom in a little more. I click on Insert Keyframe to create a new keyframe. Now, I replace the character's hand with a different hand and adjust it. I click Insert Keyframe again and replace it with another hand. I repeat this process for the remaining hands. To replace each hand, click on Insert Keyframe and adjust the hand. Now I go to each keyframe, select the extra hands, and delete them. Thus, each keyframe displays one hand position. Now I return to the main scene. I select the hand layer and, in the Properties panel under the Objects section, choose the graphic option. I click on Frame 2, hold down the left mouse button, and drag to create keyframes for all layers. I release the mouse button at frame 50 and click Insert Keyframe. Now you can see keyframes have been created for all layers. Therefore, if I move the slider, the hand's position keeps changing. To prevent the hand from constantly moving, I select Single Frame Mode in the Object section. Now, wherever I want, I place the slider, select the hand, and in the Frame Picker section or by adjusting the number, I can select the desired hand position. I click on Frame Picker, which allows me to easily choose the desired hand position. I move the slider forward and select a different hand position. For the final frame, I set the hand back to its normal state. At frame 1, I also set the hand to its normal or default state. This way, if I move the slider, the hand's position changes accordingly. Now, for the character's other hand, we don't need to repeat all these steps. First, I delete all frames except frame 1. I select the character's hand, right-click on the hand layer, and choose Duplicate Layers. This creates a copy of the hand layer. Now, I need to replace the character's other hand with this copied layer. To do this, I move the copied layer above the hand layer to maintain the order. I delete the other hand's layer and replace it with the new one. At this point, our work is complete. However, to demonstrate how it works, I create keyframes for all layers again, select the hand, and easily adjust its position just like the previous hand. So, in this tutorial, you learned how to create and use different hand positions. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as well. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. See you in the next video. Goodbye for now.